Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with fabulous concert programs. We're up to number 26 and number 2 in our Albert Roussel Cycle, Roussel Symphony number 2. Now, this is Roussel's biggest, densest, and most serious symphony, and it's one of the great symphonies of the 20th century, without a doubt. But like I said, it is big and serious and dense, and it ends softly and elegiacally. And so it's a little difficult to place. It's just such a wonderful work, but it really takes concentrated listening on the part of the audience. I've talked about it many times. I've done a video about it, so you can go look at that. I've reviewed it on ClassicsToday.com. You can go check those out to see what the best performances are. Here's a hint: Martinon. Anyway, it's just an incredibly great work, but it is tough to program. And so for this particular concert, I have resorted to my two halves equally balanced concept of concert programming. And these, I think, are kind of fun because each half features a comedy overture, light opening, followed by a much more serious and dense work. But those works are quite different. The first half begins with Hermano Wolf-Ferrari's Overture to Susana's Secret, or The Secret of Susana, as it's sometimes called rather more seriously. This is 2.5 minutes long, and it makes a delicious concert opener. It really does. And the fact that it's 2.5 minutes long is the best thing about it, frankly. I just did a video, just a couple days ago, of Wolf-Ferrari orchestral music, which was dreadful. Oh my gosh, the guy was so patchy, but he did write some delightful works, and this is one of them. And it doesn't get played very much because it's only 2.5 minutes, but I think it makes a wonderful introduction, believe it or not, to Roussel's densest and most serious symphony. First of all, because it's quite brief. It's the absolute musical definition of an amuse-bouche, a little nugget just to get your taste buds tingling. But then you have to sit back and concentrate for 40 minutes while you listen to the Roussel second. And I think that kind of contrast is really good. One thing gets you set up and opens your ears, cleans out the crust, you know what I mean? Ugh. And then the rest of it is serious, concentrated first half listening. And I'm kind of on Mahler's side, where he always put the new work or the most difficult work at the beginning of the program or closer to the beginning, because he wanted the audience to be fresh when they heard it. And I really think this is one of those cases. So that's the first half. Then there's intermission. And I love intermission because you get to go to the bathroom and run out and get your free cough drop and all that stuff. Then you come back and we do a very different version of a similar concept. We have Bach's The Overture to a Picaresque Comedy. I adore that piece. Never seen it performed. I don't ever expect to, but you can play it at home. It's so delightful and fun, and I really think it's rich and luxurious. It's Bach's, right? So it's glamorously orchestrated. So it kind of, after the Roussel, it doesn't indulge in ridiculous frivolity as The Secret of Susana, and it's a little bit longer. It's about 10 minutes longer, so 8 minutes, somewhere in there. So there's a little bit more seriousness to it and density. We're not totally trashing what we just experienced, but then we're going to wrap up the concert with Prokofiev's second piano concerto, his biggest and densest piano concerto. But it's not terribly long. It's only about half an hour, 35 minutes maybe. It has the monster cadenza from hell in the first movement. It's full of virtuoso fireworks. It's got great tunes. It's a thrill ride for the audience. It's a demonic piece for the pianist. It's really a second half piece. Now, I've seen it played a few times. Usually it's done in the usual spot, that is in the first half before the intermission and then before the symphony. But it's such a major work, it kind of dwarfs whatever comes later. So I think the best place for it is at the end of the concert, and let the soloist take the final standing ovation, and everybody will be totally thrilled. It's a program that really works well. I've tried it myself. I mean, not live, but I mean here at home, of course, with the bathroom intermission in the middle. And I recommend it very strongly. Not necessarily the bathroom part, but this kind of balance of programming. It's a little challenging, but it's also fun. And the music itself is so rewarding if the audience stays fresh for it. I think this is the kind of program that will keep listeners perked up and eager to hear what's coming next. So, give it a shot and let me know what you think in the comfort and convenience of your own listening room, because we're never going to hear it live. Never in a billion years. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.